Do you know the gift that you are? Do you really get what a remarkable presence you are and the difference that you make in the lives of the people around you? My name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. And you're in my group, and once a week I come in and I do a live training in order to serve you, the power moving through you, and your dream to help you live the life that you are created to live, the life that you love, in order to bring your highest contribution to the body of humanity. So today, in this season of gift giving, lots of different traditions, lots of gift giving during this season. It's a way of acknowledging the people that we love. I want to pause as we're wrapping up this year and we're getting ready to go into the next year and really help you ground and acknowledge the gift that you are a remarkable gift. And why is this important? For one thing, people squirm. A lot of times when I say that and I ask the question, do you know the gift that you are? People start squirming when they hear that question. It feels egotistical. It feels like who do I think I am? I'm being self-centered. I'm being selfish. And the reality is that unless you're able to acknowledge that you bring something to the people around you, you will always be holding a part of yourself back. You will always be almost like apologetic. Now, there's a difference between being egotistical. Hey, look at me. I'm all all in a bag of chips. Whatever the saying is, or just truly humbly acknowledging that your presence makes a difference in the lives of others. The more you're able to know that, the more you're intentional about it, and the more you're able to be present for them without looking for something from them in return. And here's the other thing, the more you're able to truly own how you are a gift for other people, the more you're able to see how other people in your life are gifts to you. When you're able to acknowledge it for yourself, then you're able to receive it and acknowledge it with the people around you. So there's two levels to this. First of all, you have gifts, that there are things that you're really good at, that there are talents and capabilities and things that you have developed about yourself. As you're moving into this new year, and we're in this season of gift giving, I really encourage you just to step back and really evaluate, what are the gifts that I bring? What are the gifts that I have? And how am I sharing those gifts? How am I expressing those gifts? Again, it serves no one to deny that. It serves no one to be, um, um, shy about it. The more you're able to own it, the more intentional you become around developing those gifts and then sharing them freely. Like, I know my ability to speak and teach and break complicated concepts down where they're digestible without watering them down. That's my superpower. My superpower is to be able to stand with you with unwavering belief in your ability, your power, that there's not a single thing that you can think of that the power within you doesn't know how to do. That's my superpower, is that I take a stand for you. I'm with you in knowing that with and for you. And I've got other gifts, but those are the primary ones that people will share with me. Is that's the difference that I make for them, especially in this work. Now, my ability to recognize those superpowers means that I'm not shy about sharing them, which means I can serve you so much more effectively. But if I deny those superpowers, then I'm going to downplay them and water them down, and I'm going to be hesitant about sharing them. And people will not be served. People will suffer. You have superpowers. You have amazing gifts. How do I know that? Well, for one thing, you're breathing, right? That you're a living entity and you're breathing, which means that you were created by the very force of love itself. I think that's the place where people get tripped up, is that they think that if they own their gifts, then somehow it's making them egotistical. What it's actually doing, that when you really do it from a place of humility, you do it from a place of um, deep acknowledgement, then you're you're acknowledging that it's actually not you, but that there really is a power moving through you. And that power is expressing through your gifts, through your capabilities. Now, we can get that conceptually, but to really own that you have these amazing superpowers to the point where you develop them and then share them, that's the mastery. That's the ability to not only conceptually know that there's something bigger at work, but to own it in a way where you make a commitment to, yep, I want to develop these and share these in a way that they really will make a difference in the lives of others. So in the comment section, what are your superpowers? I encourage you to just step back for a second and think about what are the things what are you compelled to do? What is it that you can't stop yourself from doing? I often tell the story that when I used to travel, a lot more than what I'm traveling today, which I love. I loved it when I traveled, and then I decided I didn't want to travel anymore, that I wanted to stay home, and all coincided with COVID. But I tell the story of walking through airports and getting into conversations with people and asking them, what do they do? And you can always tell that when somebody shares what they do, whether or not they love it or not. And oftentimes, most of the time, actually, which is rather heartbreaking, people will share, well, I do this, and I'll ask them, do you love it? It's like, well, sometimes it's got its good points and its bad points. And then it's like, well, if you could do anything, what would you love to do? And so I'm in conversations with people about that. Everywhere I go, I am compelled to cultivate possibility for people. I am compelled. It is like wired into me. I can't stop myself from doing that. That's how I know it's a superpower. You have those same superpowers. There are elements, there are gifts, there are capabilities that you have that you are compelled to express. You can't not express it. And when you're not expressing it, you literally feel yourself collapse inside, that there's something constrictive, there's something contractive, there's something missing, that you know that there's something missing. I'm going to encourage you as we move into this new year, as we're in this year, this season of giving, and we move into this new year, I'm going to encourage you to really step back and to consider, what are my superpowers? What are the things that I am compelled to do? What are the natural abilities that I've been graced with, that now life force energy, divine intelligence is asking me to develop these even more, to be able to serve at an even higher level and more effectively? Doesn't mean that I have to get bigger, but just deeper and more effectively. I'm going to encourage you to really be present with that question, to really stay in what is it that I've been given, that I now have a stewardship to, I now have an accountability to. I know I have an accountability to my capacity to stand with unwavering belief with people. I have an accountability to stand with you and to provoke you and to possibly challenge you and invite you to entertain much bigger possibilities for yourself, because this is life expressing through you in much more expansive, powerful ways. That I have a responsibility to the power that created me to develop that skill and to share that skill. It's the same thing with you. It is not being egotistical. It is actually being grateful. It's an act of gratitude as you acknowledge this power moving through you, and you give it back. You're giving back these gifts and this power. All right, so those are your gifts. You have gifts. Now that I think you can get. Most people can usually come up with something and get past the feeling of awkwardness and, oh my gosh, I don't want to put attention on myself, or it's selfish, or all of that. Most people can get back past that. But here's the second piece that becomes more difficult. It's not so much what are your gifts, but I want you to really own that just you, just your presence is a gift. The gift of who you are. You walk into a room and you make a difference. You're in an interaction with somebody. You make a difference. Just your presence makes a difference. Now, we've been so trained to not see ourselves in that way. You've been so, I don't know about you, but I know I was so trained to be retiring, if you can believe that about me. Those of you who know me have been around me for just a little bit of time, that it's to step back and be unintrusive. And I'm not saying to be obnoxious, but when you do that, you're withholding parts of yourself. You're withholding the essence of who you are. There's a way to be in your world knowing the gift that you are that actually enhances the people around you. In fact, that's truly, when you truly know yourself as the gift of you as you are, of who you are, you actually enhance the people around you. You're not taking away from them. Because the more you're able to be solid in your values, solid in your worthiness, solid in just the reality of who you are as the essence made manifest, the more you're able to create that space for others, and the better people feel when they're around you. When you own the gift that you are simply because you're here, there's not a single thing you have to do to earn it, to prove it, to make it happen. You just simply come home deeper into your skin. The more you come home into who you know yourself to be as an expression of love, as an expression of light, as an expression of life force energy, and understand at such a deeper level the gift that you are. I want you to really own that, really take that in for a moment. Wow, who I am is a gift. My presence is a gift. Just me being here in the presence of others is a gift. And to love into transformation the voices that want to argue with you and say, oh my God, you're being so egotistical, you're being selfish, who do you think you are? And in response to those questions, when it asks, who do you think you are? It's like, I'm an expression of the divine. I am pure light made manifest. I am love expressing through my voice, through my hands, through my look, through my presence. When you realize that you are a gift, what you're actually doing is opening up and allowing this life force energy to express through you. You actually become selfless instead of selfish. And during this time of this season of gift giving, now more than ever, I've got my gifts for my family and loved ones laid out on my counter. We're getting ready to put them in the mail so they get there, for us, Christmas on time. But the greater gift this time of year, and as you're moving into 2022, is the ownership that your presence matters in the lives of other people. That you, by simply showing up, makes a difference. And the more you're able to own that from a place of humility rather than ego, the more you're able to bring yourself fully, making a difference in the lives of others, the more that people are impacted by you, and the richer life becomes for everybody. So, all right, so put in the comment section what's landing for you. I want to know what your superpowers are, and then what's the evidence in your life that you can begin to see that you are a gift, just simply who you are. The gift of who you are is a gift. Put that in the comment section. And I would love for you to join me. Let's get your year going beautifully. Let's get you on the right track. I invite you to join me December 28th, 8:30 to 11:30 Pacific time, 9:30 to 12:30 Mountain time. I do them both because I'm in Arizona and we get weird with you all get weird with our time. We just stay the same. 3 keys to creating your best year ever. 3 keys to creating your ultimate year ever. We're going to really dig into the spiritual formula, spiritual success formula of how to let yourself dream a mighty possibility and then walk you through the process to bring it from the realm of your imagination into the facts of your life. All I ask is that you make a charitable contribution to a cause of your choice. Link is in the description and in the comment section. My assistant put that in the comment section. Come hang out. Let's dedicate 3 hours to really catapulting you, showing you the system for you to create that best year ever, so you can truly step in to being the gift that you are. All right, so my name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. You're in my group. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. Your dream is my passion, and I will see you on the 28th. Mwah. God bless.